What is going on? Taking a look at what do we do to close or open options when we sell or buy them, right? So today we sold a spread on top of this, something like this. We sold this one, so this is minus, say -1, and then a little bit higher, we went up here and we bought a call. So we sold this call, we bought this one call up here, and that is called a spread. Now, what we don't want to happen is we do not want this market to go up and challenge the call. If it gets too close, this call starts rising in price. We may have sold it for about 5 cents, but as this goes up and gets closer, this thing can start rising, 15 cents, 20 cents. At some point, we need to get out. And in order to do that, we need to have a limit, stop limit in place in case of catastrophe. So when we do that, we're looking at this here. I've got puts that I have put this limit on, as you can see, 0.3, but our calls have nothing on them. So I've sold 20 credit spreads. I sold the 514 and I bought the 519, just like we talked about. If I go in here, this is our spread. I sold this spread. I think I sold it for about 5 cents. You can see here I sold it for about 5 cents. It's worth 6 cents. It's gone up a little bit. Really not too worried about it at this point, though. I think it's quite all right. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, what is our stop at? Well, if I had sold something for about 5 cents, I like to use a 2.5x stop. So what is that? So you got 0.05, you got point 1 would be times 2, and then if you do a 0.25, you've got about 12, something like that. We're going to round this up. We're going to go to about 13. Let's say 13 cents. That's our stop, right? So 13 cents is our stop. What we're most interested in is not stopping out the longs. Now, I bought these longs for about 1 cent. I sold these for about, I think, what does it say? About 5 cents. Say something like this. As the price goes up, let's say this is SPY today and price goes up. I sold these right here. This price is going to start going up. I think I talked about this already. Let's say it gets to point 2. That's scary. What happens to these longs though? These longs also start increasing. So if SPY starts going up like this, I'm not really worried about the calls. The calls start making money potentially. What I'm most worried in are in these short calls. That 514. I need to get rid of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this and we're going to see, hey, right down here, I have the 514 calls. I sold 20 of them and I bought 20 of the 519s. Now I'm not worried about these 519s, not worried. I'm going to keep those on. But these guys right here, these 514s, I want to take a look at these. Now, in case this point 0.7 rises up to, what we say, 13 cents, I gotta get out. That's when I gotta go. Gotta go. So let's say 13 cents is here. This goes up and touches our 13 cents and we get out. Boom, we gotta go. So how do we do that? Now, originally, if you remember, I sold this call, the 514. I sold 20 of them. You can see it right here. It's -20. So in order to get rid of it, I need to buy. Do the opposite. Sold them, need to buy them. Like I said, I'm only worried about the 514. I don't care about the other options because these ones are short. If SPY goes up, this can hurt bad. And remember, this is times 100 shares. So these things start multiplying real quick. So what are we going to do? We're taking a look here. Let me get that out of the way. Here we go. Stop limit. As you can see, we've got a stop limit here. Boom. I'm going to hit that. We're going to say, hey, if SPY if this SPY option goes to 13 cents, I gotta go. I gotta get out. This is saying, well, what are you willing to pay? So let's say it hits 13 cents. You understand, okay, 13 cents, it's getting to my price, but would you be willing to get out at 13 cents for 15 cents? Would you be willing to pay 15 cents a share or an option contract just to get out? Now that's good in fast moving markets. You got a market that's moving real quick. You say, hey, it could hit 13 cents real quick, but then just go right to 20 and you would be out of luck, right? So you gotta typically when you're doing this, you gotta be bumping this limit order up a little higher. Today, I'm watching the market. I'm willing to pay about the same. I don't really recommend this, but if you are watching and you know that 13 cents is probably pretty probable that working out, then go ahead. So we're going to review that. We've got 20 contracts. We're going to bump that up. Remember, we got 20 of these. Review that. Swipe it up. Done. Now, when we look at this, we've got a few, right? We've got the right here, this top one, 20 by 20, 514s to close at 13 cents. And we did this earlier on the SPY puts. I paid 12 cents. I said, hey, let me close out at 2.5x, which is roughly 30 cents. That's pretty much it. And as you can see, these are zero DTEs here, so they're in here. And then I just have a call in case this leap on Rocket Lab comes down to $1.25, I will go ahead and purchase that. Other than that, that's pretty much it. And that's how you do a stop limit order on options we sell. Thank you.